YNW Melly. Mistrial.
Yeah, man.
For y'all who don't understand mistrial, that means he's not guilty. He's not guilty. It's just like,
They
hey, this
couldn't
ain't
prove
right.
that
Can't prove he did it. Can't prove he didn't. Maybe we do this over. So it's not that he's
maybe.
Yeah, it's like a maybe. This we might bring this back. Next year.
It's more
2 years.
we have the option to bring it back.
So I'm saying we might bring it back. We might just let you go ahead
forever.
And live your life. Forever. Any given time they can bring these charges
back. No
back.
statute of limitations on this specific
Absolutely
charge.
Not.
So you could be 60 and they'd be like, you know what? We found something. Somebody said something. Mm-hmm. Come back. You doing too good in life. Come back.
But that's my question, right? Because it is a maybe thing. It's a maybe type of thing. And I see a lot of people like celebrating that like he free. Then I see people's, upset, saying that he's free. On the other side, because this is their brother. This is understandable, right?
If you believe that he did it,
if you believe he's guilty and he's walking, you are upset. So then I had the thought, I'm like, is this wrong to celebrate this either way? Should you be celebrating him either way at this moment, being that you don't absolutely know, like, the facts of that case? Should anybody be celebrating it?
Celebrating is... Okay, like I said, it all comes down to a belief on what you believe. If you believe that he did it, then you probably don't like it. If you believe that he innocent, then you probably celebrating or happy that a black man isn't falsely put in jail and given the death penalty, which is what they was trying to do, essentially taking another young black man life, especially for something that he didn't do. Which I fall on the side of I don't believe he did it, especially after some of the evidence came out where, they couldn't do this or prove this or whatever. Like you said, though, I don't know, like, if he did it or not. I don't have the facts. To say prove that I would know. Of course I wouldn't know. But I do believe that he didn't do it, so I'm celebrating him not going to jail. I'm not celebrating him getting away with committing a crime, if that makes any sense. Because I don't know if he did or not. So the same way that I could believe that he did, to believe that he didn't, is people that believe he did, but they don't know if he did or not. So until it's like a fact or proven that he did or he didn't, I'm happy that they didn't lock a black man up for something he didn't do. Or at least they can't prove that he did.
I think I'm like partially there. I don't know what happened, so I ain't gonna celebrate nothing. I take more of the approach of like, that's a crazy situation, and like leave it there because I put myself in the same situation. Let's say that was my brother, who one of them dudes that was in that car who got killed, and let's say I did believe you had something to do with that happening, bro. You know how even more enraged I am now to see people praising this dude. I'll be enraged. Flip side, let's say Melly, my brother, and I don't believe my brother did that, and I'm seeing my brother go through that. And if he was to get convicted and I feel my brother was innocent, I would be enraged to see people celebrating that. So I take the approach of like, man, I don't know what happened. It's crazy. Yeah. Wish the best for everybody in that situation. Yeah. But I do be bothered when I see people like overly celebrating either side of it, because it's like, bro, we still don't know what happened. I take the approach until you know what happened. Like, even the John DeMater, that was my same on there. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he did it or not. But the fact y'all just taking all this man's accomplishments and you taking his, things you agree with, I don't like that. Yeah, you taking a precaution for something you don't know what happened. We still don't know what happened with Melly, so I don't think people should be celebrating it. We should just be taking the approach of like, hey, that situation's still open. It is what it is until they figure that out. Because I don't want to disrespect either side of that.
I would say that people know a lot more than they knew before. With facts of the case coming out and stuff that people you're learning about throughout the case, they know a lot more than they knew before, which is going to make people's opinions either way stronger. With that being said, you're right. I'm not going to overly celebrate it. I'm not like wearing T-shirts saying free him or nothing like that. I'm not posting saying free him or nothing like that. But I'm also not mad that if it's a chance that he didn't do it, he gets another chance to prove that he didn't do it. Rather than just railroading him or treating him based off his music, based off his looks, based off his face tats or whatever, based off him, might be happy or seeing the way stuff going in court, or his lawyer probably telling him something we don't know. So if he smirks or smiles or something in court, now we got to judge him off that. Like, I don't want to do none of that without it being hardcore proof. So the fact that it ain't hardcore proof, and they was trying to do all of that, and then you found out all this stuff, because when you heard about it, they made it seem like, hey, we know this, and then
they made it sound like this was going to be an open and shut case.
And then
like,
you hear the facts, and you like, oh, so y'all didn't really know a lot. Y'all didn't really know nothing. So now it makes it even more fishy. So I'm like, no, you can't take this man's life over that, especially when he's saying, no, I didn't do that. These my friends. And allegedly it was a drive-by or whatever. That's actually what happened. So if it's that, then ain't nobody going to be here. And if it's that, and I'm in the car still, I'm probably going to drive to the hospital before, I wait on the ambulance.
Then you giving somebody else a free ride who might be taking it. Like, I don't know. It's just like a crazy situation, man. I just hope on both sides of the fence, everybody, families end up finding peace in that situation. I hope everybody okay, because what you don't want to do is be in jail. So you don't want to be in jail and end up like some of the people this past week with some of this leaked footage coming out of Chicago Rare. Shout out to Chicago Rare. But, bruh, I think this might have been it was like the worst 24 hours in Chicago drill history, bro. I didn't know how to feel. Bro, it was bad. I didn't know how to feel about a lot of the stuff I was watching. I'm like, oh, what is going on? Who the hell is getting these videos?
Oh, I know who's getting the videos, but before we get into that, the stuff on the videos, if it was, look, some of our favorite rappers who we wouldn't be expecting to say or hear certain things come from them, we heard certain things come from them. Me, I understand why that would be the case, so it didn't really shock me or nothing the way it hit the internet and made them go, oh my God, crazy, I can't. But you got to remember that these are all people, and I'm not from the streets or nothing either, but these are all people that are not from the streets to understand. And when they had this drill stuff blew up, that's them getting engulfed in it. I call them the Adam 22 crowd, that culture, those kids, those people. They just now learned about this, 10 years ago? You know what I'm saying? 13 years, whenever this shit started. So they don't understand that, yeah, I might not want to snitch on nobody. I might not want to say why I really got to move how I move. So the easy way to do this, or how the law work or whatever, the same way they playing with the law, you got to play with the law. If I say, you know what I'm saying, you'll never get that sound bite, but if I say that, and you have to protect me. And I didn't tell nobody or nothing. I ain't do nothing. So what would you think? Come with me now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm with you, right? Queez, I understand the play Von was trying to do. Now, I honestly do feel that's a weird play, my bro. Just as a man, not even on no street, all that, not even on no prison politics. That's a crazy play, bro. I'm not co-signing.
It's crazy to have out here.
That's a wild play, right? But I understand what he was trying to do, not wanting to be, on that deck with all the ops, right? But I've never considered myself a street nigga, right? I've never considered myself a street nigga. I got some street niggas who homies, whatever. I hollered at a couple of the homies who were these street niggas. And they all been to prison. Everybody was like, that nigga soft, that nigga this, that nigga that. And I'm like, I'm trying to understand, because I'm like, but I understand, they're like, no, fuck the play. That ain't how it go in prison. Like, in prison, them niggas was adamant. Every last one of them was very adamant that, no, nigga, there's no excuse. You don't do that. You go on the deck, you punch somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, okay.
That's how I know I wasn't built for none of that life. I wasn't built for prison life either, because when I seen that, I understood that completely. I wouldn't go in there either. But I also, from all the prison shows I watch, from prison, I know the rules. You have to go and get whooped. You have to go and fight.
No.
You have to do it.
According to the homies, you don't. So it's multiple ways you can get put off the deck. You can violate one of the officers that office that deck. You can violate one of them.
Oh,
It's a lot of different ways you can get off of these decks. But if you want to get off the deck, you can go in there and just wild out. You can go on. Just a lot of things you can do. But with a lot of
charge, you hit an officer though.
I mean, but the whole thing, take the charge or sit here with, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of ops. It's a lot of ways allegedly you can get moved off of these little decks. You know what I'm saying? And everybody to a person was like, nah, man, that's whole nigga shit. Like if them niggas in jail knew, I'm telling you, nigga, it would have been a problem with them knowing he even did that. And I'm like, damn.
I think it was jail though. I don't think it was prison.
Nigga, Cook County is like prison, bro. Like that shit like prison.
I mean, I never been, so hopefully I never.
I just know a couple people.
I'll take their word for it.
Yeah, from what I hear, you probably want to go to prison before you go to Cook County.
That's wild. But yeah, how they getting the footage though, I believe, because they leaking like all kind of. They leaked that and they leaked the footage.
The
after
King
that.
Jay footage was.
That was wild.
Bro,
they did leak the footage of Von beating somebody up though, but I think.
Hey,
I think that dude
violated homeboy though.
He did.
He violated
I think that dude
homeboy.
was handcuffed though.
He was.
But
that's why that was kind of like.
I think that's what
why
makes
he's a
me
violate. Like you violating because you ain't even get like it wasn't a fair one.
That's what brings me to who putting the stuff out, because you got the first video, you got the fight video, and then you got Lil Jay video. The Lil Jay video with with somebody, they were sitting on his lap, and yeah. And at first they was like, nah, that wasn't him. But then another video came out and they showed him like, putting hands on.
That's him, bro.
And so yeah, now that's like I
know
guess
that hairline from anywhere.
Hey,
get out of here.
So now that's
I
like
knew it was text though when I first saw that video. I'm like, oh, what is Troy Ave doing shooting that text? You ain't never gonna make me miss that hairline. Boy, Tex got a distinctive hairline. Shout out to my boy Tex.
For real, man. He was out of there too. But in that, like with that video, this obviously it's the police. They the only ones with the range to put these videos out. I don't know why these videos coming out all of a sudden just now. Maybe it's on some like it's finally public record or something, and you could just request it. If that's the case, then hey, I don't know how to play with the. I don't go to the stations. I don't go to the website because I'm scared they might find something about me. So I don't know how to look up records and all that stuff. So if that's the case, then maybe people doing that. I believe it's the cops because they also don't like how people be perceived, the legends that people become, the money that they get, and how these rappers being successful and, you know, coming back and support. They don't like none of that. They don't like people making it out. And especially when you cocky like that and you making all that money and they still working for what they working for. So why wouldn't they try to tarnish your legacy? You got an album coming out, you trying to, you know what I'm saying, feed your family posthumously. I think I said that right.
Oh, you think you said that right.
So
smart ass. He trying to flex. Him and Tyler just had a smart moment before we started recording. They was going back and forth on who can be smart. He trying to come here with the fresh words. I see you.
But you try to do that, and then, you know, they like, let me step on that little, you know, this the perfect time to put this out. What y'all think of how y'all like them lyrics now with this being said, with this being known, you know, with that. And then I think Lil Jay just caught a stray.
Oh,
he was just in the gauntlet of videos.
He caught one. Oh man,
yeah. Hey, look, let that.
Shout out to King Yella, man. Shout out to FYBJ Main, man. I want to shout out to what's my other man recently? That hold on, I'm shouting all them out because I just got to make sure y'all understand. It's Tay Savage. I want to shout out to all them because it's some real solid people out there too in the shot right now, and I don't want none of this stuff to make y'all think. You know what I mean? Because it was a bad 24. I'm not gonna hold you. It was a real bad 24.
Yeah, but look, we passed that now, and like you just mentioned, we know who the real ones is. Shout out to Ruger. He just had a little.
Yeah, shout out to Ruger
he
too.
Just had to check Adam 22. So
yeah, shout out to Ruger.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate y'all for tapping in, watching the video. Hit the like button. Put somebody on who'll put somebody on. Subscribe to the page for more content. We give you content every day. If you want to follow it, follow us. We out. No, I should have had you say something. Okay,